It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And one of the epic nights in the NBA. We welcome you to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the West All-Stars going up against the East All-Stars. The finest collection of basketball talent in the world will be on the floor tonight. And what an event this All-Star Game promises to be. With this group of players, you know we're in for some major fireworks. And here we go, getting our popcorn and butter and other treats. Ready for the main affair. Lots of people have talked about ways to try and make this game more interesting. Shaq, your thoughts on that?
Well, bigger prize money, Ernie. You know, that'll bring the guys like LeBron and those guys out. You know, when I was coming up, all the big guys showed up. Michael, Dominique, Bird, Magic. Now, these guys sitting on the sideline with the cheap little sunglasses. They need to get those Shaq sunglasses, by the way.
I would say, how about adding a 5-point play?
Ooh.
No, you can't be
It's
messing
all about
with the game
fun,
like
Ernie.
that. No, you can't be messing with the game.
Hey,
like
you know
that.
why I didn't? You know why I took so many threes, Ernie? Playing?
No.
You know why I took so many threes?
Yes.
Why?
Because you didn't want to play inside.
Nope. Because
that's
they didn't
where
have
guys
fours.
get hurt.
If they would have had fours, I would have took those.
No.
That's a good one, Kenny.
Kevin Harlan,
You
take
got to
it
give
away.
it up to him for that one, Ernie, because they didn't have fours.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage.
Oh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. my. And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
And they double up on Antetokounmpo. On its way from Curry for two, and no good that time. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Mike D'Antoni for just a minute, and he's completely unconcerned with the game's outcome. He said, I'm really worried about only two things: that everyone gets enough time on the floor and that nobody gets hurt. Sounds right to me, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Just a little more defense in this game than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and I like to see that, quite honestly. I mean, they're battling hard at both ends right now.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of this. That free throw, no good.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Harden kicks to Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
The East All-Stars have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the strike.
Oh, the lob to DeRozan. LeBron with the block. They get it back. Here's Harden. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we could add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Knocked loose. Durant with the steal. For the finish. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Embiid with the screen on Davis. In the corner, Harden. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Harden's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Harden kicks to Curry. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And here are the East All-Stars. They're on an 11-3 run. And that one's good. James.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Man, I actually love the competitive spirit of Antetokounmpo. I mean, never quits on the glass. Always keeps coming. Always looking for that second chance opportunity for his team.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
DeRozan against Durant. There's a good screen. DeRozan on the wing. Harden outside. Off target with his 3. And here are the East All-Stars now. Irving shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Curry with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Curry. Harden's got a couple of threes now in the first for the West All-Stars. Here's Irving. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Davis with the double team. It's stolen by Davis, and they're pushing it up. Here's Durant. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4. And an important part of every team's game, we'll look at the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And that one drops for them.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Curry with it. Guarded now by Irving. Count it. Antetokounmpo has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on James. Shot clock at 5. Harden against LeBron. Harden can't hit. Harden's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Knocks it loose. Here's Davis. Banked in off the glass. Davis has got 6 points.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Harden with it. Westbrook picks him up. Embiid the screen. Davis against Curry. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Harden missing again.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more.
Oh, wow. Are we seeing some high-flying efforts tonight or what?
Are we ever? I mean, they're doing some major damage to those rims.
Feeds it to Embiid. Down low. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good. Durant.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Davis with the double team. The 3 from Harden. That's a bucket. His 3rd of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
So the West ends up going with the new group.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Such a wide-open look. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he can do this all night long. Clay, one of the...
Talk about bringing the heat. the thunder and the lightning on that pound. Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And that one's good, George.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Towns is doubled. Drummond dishes to Dragic. Shoots over Lillard. Misses off the right iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Butler kicks to Green. The dish now to Lillard. Beyond the arc. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. They can't let shooters get clean looks from outside.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Thompson with it. Now Beal defending. Here's Towns. The shot off that time. Good D by Drummond. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Pass to Lillard. Shoots over Dragic. And too long on the shot.
And the defender was very apathetic there. Fortunately for them, he missed that mid-range jumper.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Towns the screen. Butler in the corner. It's Drummond with the drive. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length, an unreal physical specimen.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Drummond. And he makes both free throws.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Here's George. Some solid defense from Butler.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Outside Dragic. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Drummond, and the layup is good. Drummond's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Kemba Walker's checked in for Goran Dragic. East All-Stars on defense. Green, the screen. Thompson outside. Right side, Butler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Beal's shot is good.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Here's Beal. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Beal's got his second basket of the night.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target from outside.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's George. Plays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, George has got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Seven seconds left to play here in the first. Walker in the post. Good work defensively by Lillard. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the East All-Stars. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. A great event unfolding, 1 quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
The West All-Stars with the ball.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Damian Lillard out there with Lowry. Then there's Draymond Green. Then it's Thompson. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low. Here are the East All-Stars. Here's Walker. Horford with the rebound.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Lillard from outside. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Oladipo, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got 4 assists now tonight. Lowry drawing the double team. Inside, here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And Walker kicks to Oladipo. Back to Walker. Good work defensively by Lowry.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Picked by Horford. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. The shot by Lowry, no good. Walker in the post. Lowry covering. Walker's shot is off.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. You got to help him some other ways.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Cans it from downtown. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, you got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
And, you know, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's James Harden in for Damian Lillard. And a switch here also for the East. James is checked in. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Draymond Green. The East also changing it up. Anthony Davis comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Durant subbed in for Bradley Beal. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. From deep, Harden. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. That's 12 points for James Harden.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Durant's gotten about everything to drop here, shooting 6 of 7. Lowry kicks to Harden. There's the lob, Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And I think down low is where Antetokounmpo is really so effective, using those long arms of his to get shots off over the defense, really at will. Always enjoy solid, good passing, easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Stolen by Walker. Here's LeBron. Oh!
Goodness. Mercy, mercy me.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Poke loose. Now DeRozan. Antetokounmpo, a screen on James. Here's DeRozan. The offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lowry. And the shot no good, a bit short. Lowry's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. The drive by James and the dunk by James.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's driving inside, he's looking for the punch.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. Harden outside. LeBron outside. And James throws it down hard.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
In the corner, Harden back to Horford. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And the basket is good.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
They get it back. Davis with the bucket. He's got 8.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Horford sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Pass to Horford. Dishes it to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game, don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Left side Lowry. Antetokounmpo passes to DeRozan. And the basket by Horford.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here's LeBron outside. That one misses. Now the West All-Stars the other way. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 8 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Kevin, you know, it's nice to see Lowry dish the rock. I mean, I enjoy watching him pass the ball because he's got a nice feel for when to get it to his guys for an open shot.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Horford. East grabs the miss. Durant's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The drive by James, and LeBron throws it down.
Outstanding anticipation that time from Oladipo, seeing the floor extremely well and then zipping the pass over to the open man.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Embiid, he's checked in for the West. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the East. Dragic comes in for Walker. Lowry. Here's Antetokounmpo. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
It's good. Durant's got 14 points for the game.
Oh, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
Embiid the screen. Harden with it. Picked up by Davis. Lowry kicks to Embiid. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
From deep, Harden. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 4 assists now tonight. It's Westbrook with the drive. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Kicks to Embiid. And James pulls it down.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
No good from Dragic. Dragic has gone 1 of 4 from the field. Harden with it. Westbrook picks him up. Harden kicks to Embiid. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Clark, the topic of the need for league parity is something that's come up the last few years. Is that necessary for a healthy NBA?
I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, you can have it both ways. You can have tremendous popularity and success when you have a dominant team or 2 or 3. And you can also have it when there's great competitive balance. Currently, we have a circumstance and situation where the league is top-heavy in terms of championship contenders. But that won't last forever, and there will be a graduating back to a more competitive balance in time. So I think you enjoy the ride for what it is in the season and seasons that you have, whichever side of that coin you have.
The West making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Antetokounmpo. Butler comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And a switch here also for the East. Paul George, he's checked in for Durant. He doesn't get the second one.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
They grab their own miss. And it's LeBron missing. And here's Harden for 3. The shot, no good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Here's George. The West All-Stars pull it in. A good look from Harden. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
Like seeing Harden get free from here. A scorching hot mid-range shooter.
And it's Westbrook missing. Curry against Dragic. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And how about the leaping ability? Butler gets off the ground so fast, especially on these alley-oops.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he knocks down the first one. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and a switch here also for the East. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Curry kicks to Towns. Towns a screen on Aldridge. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And I like the decisions Butler makes with the ball. He's a solid passer and really had. Wow! Are you? Oh my goodness!
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Butler with the ball. George picks him up. Now the pass to Embiid. Good, and the assist goes to Town. 6 points for Joel Embiid.
How about the big fella stepping outside and showing us some range?
Boy, he'd get some grief for that shot in the regular game, but in this setting, you're allowed that kind of latitude and freedom.
Thompson passes to Embiid, and count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
The West All-Stars shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. The East making a switch. Drummond's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And it's George finishing it off.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
They double-team Curry. George against Butler. Great open look there. Butler's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And the rejection by Towns. Thompson dishes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid loves to punch it now. The defense can't let him get that kind of position inside.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Dragic. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries. There's 49 seconds left now here in the second. Curry kicks to Embiid. There's the feed to Curry. Here's Towns. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Green, he's checked in for the West. And then for the East, Beal comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Irving subbed in for Goran Dragic. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over. .32 seconds left to play in the first half. Curry passes to Butler. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. The shot's good on the assist by George. That's 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And you know what? When Paul George sees an open teammate, he doesn't hesitate. I mean, he quickly gets the ball out of his hands. It doesn't stick with him.
Curry on the wing. Outside Butler. Three-pointer. Not going to go that time. And so it's the East All-Stars in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to halftime on our 2K Sports presentation of the All-Star Game. Ernie Johnson here. So is Shaq. So is Kenny. And guys, so far, this has been no contest as the Eastern Conference All-Stars have raced out to a huge lead here at the half. They've looked like a team that's been playing together all season. The West just could not keep up.
Well, you never know what you're going to get out of this game. There's a lot of talent on the West side. Obviously, great shooters, great scorers. But the East is putting a whooping on them. I think they came over here and took the belt off my slats. Just a lot more physical, powerful athletes. They're showing what traditional Eastern Conference basketball is all about. Can I have my belt back?
Well, these guys come to the All-Star Weekend for the enjoyment of it. You know, but when the games start, it's really about showcasing your talents. And then there's a point in the game where everyone says, you know what? Pride kicks in. I got to win. And the competition comes out.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. A great night of basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. We've got Russell Westbrook. Anthony Davis is out there with LeBron James. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And here are the East All-Stars now. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Curry against Irving. Launches it. The shot by Curry, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
They double-team Curry. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Inside, Embiid. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And that's 13 points for Joel Embiid.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Here's LeBron. Drills the baseline jumper. LeBron's got 19 points.
And the fact that James is so aggressive here, constantly looking to score when he's in rhythm.
Curry kicks to DeRozan. Ball's knocked loose. To the paint. And Embiid throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Almost, but it rolls out. The West All-Stars with the ball. DeRozan with it. Guarded now by Durant. Westbrook with the steal. Here's the break. Jumps up, and Westbrook throws it down.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Here's DeRozan. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Curry kicks to Embiid. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's LeBron. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he's still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
Antetokounmpo, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
Al Horford, he's checked in for the West. Lillard comes in for Steph Curry.
One shot.
And Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak. Matter of fact, I'd love to just call him the Greek Freak if I could. Is a matchup issue for any defense. I mean, he's a guy who literally and really can play any position on the floor.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Oladipo, he's checked in for the East. The East All-Stars on offense. James with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. And yes, it's good. 21 points for LeBron.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Horford dishes to DeRozan. Harden kicks to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. And James pulls it down. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Davis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Here's DeRozan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks. This dude is sick at the rim.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, They've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
2.
And the first one at the line is good. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for James Harden. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Walker's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Here's the break. Here's Oladipo. Some solid defense from Lillard. Oladipo's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And Lillard kicks to Horford. He feeds it to Lowry. Back to Horford. East grabs the miss. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Durant. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And, Greg, defensively, you got to have better floor balance and commitment to hustling back. I mean, you got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
Feeds it to Lowry. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 7 points for Kyle Lowry.
And the vision of the Greek Freak, easily spotting his wide-open teammates thanks to that height of his.
LeBron, no good. Walker against Lillard. Outside Lowry. Lowry drawing the double team. 3-pointer, Lillard. The shot, no good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. The drive by...
Oh! Oh, man! LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Antetokounmpo passes to DeRozan. He dishes it to Lillard. The offensive rebound, and that one drops for him. 6 points for Horford.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Some changes here for the West All-Stars. Green comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Klay Thompson in for DeMar DeRozan. And then for the East All-Stars, Drummond's checked in for Anthony Davis. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for James. And Beal subbed in for Kevin Durant.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Lillard outside. Thompson with it. Now Beal defending. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lowry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deal.
Let the big dog eat. Love seeing Drummond throw it down like that. Beautiful.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Towns, he's checked in for the West. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Lillard gets double teamed. And yes, it's good. Towns has got his 2nd basket.
Still in the process of shining his game up. Towns looking like a seasoned vet there.
Here's Beal. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. Over in the corner, Lillard. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. Lillard against Walker, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And hate to make a mistake there, have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
Left block shot on the way, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Boy, this little fella, Kemba Walker, is a treat to watch, especially when he takes it all the way to the cup. He's got explosive speed and finishes with ease on the drive.
Oladipo goes in, and he converts the layup.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. The West All-Stars with the ball. 11 feet away, and Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
Oladipo's gone 3 of 6, shooting from the field, 50% so far. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Boy, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
Oladipo misses.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
First free throw is good.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level too.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed... Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited. Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Beal can't get it to go.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Lillard outside. Here's Butler. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 6 points for Butler.
Butler does a nice job using his body. I mean, especially when he's close to the basket, comfortable operating inside.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The West All-Stars have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Paul George comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Dragic in for Kemba Walker. Both free throws good from Green.
And when he keeps his emotions in check, Green is a fantastic leader on the court. He can run a little hot, but there's no doubting his drive, his willingness to do whatever it takes to win.
Butler dishes to Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 6.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Drummond with another miss. And it's the West All-Stars ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Towns wide open. And it's off from three-point range. To the inside. And Drummond throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
They get it back, and Drummond throws it down.
Boy, I like the activity of Drummond on the glass. I mean, he's so big and active. Excellent timing and hands, always pounding and grinding for offensive rebounds.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Butler. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 8 points for Butler.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And Thompson kicks to Butler. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
And Drummond throws it down.
That's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Lillard gets double-teamed. He kicks it to Butler. Towns, the screen. Back to Lillard. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And Drummond throws it down.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
There's the dish to Towns. With 2 seconds left. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, excellent execution that time, partner. Don't want to give the opponent any time to get them back.
And so it's the East All-Stars, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We come back right after this. We've been having a great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
They've got Jimmy Butler. Green is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Harden, and it's Curry in at point guard. That's the 5 for the West All-Stars right now. Butler on the wing. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Aldridge has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Dragic. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Stephen Curry.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Officials have been scrutinized by players and coaches and analysts alike for as long as the games have been played. Clark, just how hard is it to be an official in the NBA?
Kevin, harder than I can really articulate. When you think about the number of calls, the speed and strength and athleticism of the players, the dimensions of the court being such a confined space for 10 extremely athletic, powerful players. All of that speaks to me in this way. The NBA officials are fantastic. Yes, they make mistakes, but all human beings make mistakes, and that human element should always be part of the game. I like technology aiding the officials, but I don't ever want to see us eliminate the human element of officiating.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. And here's Harden. Now here's Curry. Embiid the screen. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Dragic.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Over Harden. Dragic gets the bucket.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Harden draws the double. It's deflected and stolen by Drummond. And here's the fast break. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 5 assists tonight.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Green, the screen. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by George. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And George with the stuff.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense, but the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league, and really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
And then George with the jam.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Here's Butler. Takes a big height pass and goes in.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
And it's George finishing it off.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Pass to Butler. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
And last season, one of the first where a coach was not let go during the regular season. A rarity, Clark, in the NBA. Do you think coaches get too much of the blame at times?
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. It's a great responsibility and challenge to coach in the NBA, but more times than not, they do sometimes get an unfair share of the blame for what happens on the court.
2 shot.
The first free throw is good.
And I think Harden is a natural leader. Somebody that commands respect, who also happens to be a dominant scorer.
Catching up on changes for the West. Horford comes in for Draymond Green. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Butler. Kevin Durant's checked in for the East. Irving comes in for Goran Dragic. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now the East All-Stars with it. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Shoots from the corner. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 25 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. From deep, Harden.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
The 3 doesn't go that time. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. And then George with the jam.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
To the paint, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Outstanding presence of mind. Harden is constantly looking for the open shooter.
That's good for George on the assist by Westbrook. And that's 18 points for Paul George.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Curry passes to Embiid. Back to Curry. Embiid the screen. Curry dishes to Embiid. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Here's Westbrook. Here's Durant. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Horford. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Tipped away. Pass to Horford. Dishes it to Harden. Embiid kicks to Horford. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And we just had one of the closer MVP races in recent memory. Clark, do you define the MVP as a player with the most impressive stats, or the best player on the best team, or somewhere in between?
Kevin, to me, the MVP is an individual award. Clearly, we play a team game in the NBA, and a team's performance is part of that, but it's a small part of it to me. An MVP performance is one that not only has consistent, high-level statistical production, influences winning at a good rate, but also stands out in the magnitude of the moments this player has over the course of the season. Those 2 things drive the needle for me as an MVP voter if I had such a vote.
And he's good on the second.
And you can see that Durant has an incredible drive. He wants to be an all-time legend when it's all said and done.
Elbow shot. Buries the jump shot. And it's 8 points for Al Horford.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, and he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
Horford sets a screen for Lowry. And Lowry gets double-teamed. Antetokounmpo passes to Embiid. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Off target with the open look.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
Irving against Lowry. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Not enough on that one as it misses. Lowry's gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. And then George with the jam.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Outside DeRozan. Hit his foot.
Kick.
And it's whistled a kick. And Clark, we know that players are evaluated in a historical perspective, largely by how many rings they have. Do you think that's a fair way to evaluate things?
I don't think you can solely evaluate an individual player in a team sport by the number of rings he's been able to win. Clearly, it can be part of the criteria, especially if you're talking about great players who have had similar careers. It can be a differentiator. But to me, it doesn't necessarily carry the weight that some people like to give it in evaluating players. Individual performance over time is what, to me, marks the hallmark of a player worthy of Hall of Fame consideration or being talked about being one of the greats in the game.
Two shots.
Free throw, good, Irving.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Both free throws, good from Kyrie Irving. Here's Antetokounmpo, three-pointer, Lowry, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Davis against Antetokounmpo, and they double up Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Al Horford. Passes to Towns. And the layup's good off the glass.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Oladipo for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan, and they double up DeRozan. Puts it up from 15, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got 5 assists tonight. Here's George. No good on that one. Good D by Thompson. And they're on the break. Here's DeRozan, and it's blocked.
I think the athleticism of Oladipo is what makes him a plus defender who can actually get his share of blocked shots even though he's not that big.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Drills it from outside.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Irving. Here's Drummond. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Drummond's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Lowry from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists now in the game.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
And what about the vision, the court vision from Oladipo? So good at creating opportunities for his guys.
It's stolen by Davis. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. And it's George finishing it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And it's George again missing. And so here are the West All-Stars. Outside Lowry takes the 3. That one no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. In the corner, George with it. And he slaps it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Uncovered. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You see Towns doesn't dip much after the catch. I mean, he gets the ball right up to the set point and ready to deliver. Really sound fundamentals in that regard.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And then George with the jam.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 10 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Here's Oladipo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
2 shots,
and recently the NBA changed it so announcers for teams no longer get a vote in league awards. Not an easy decision for the league to make, Clark.
No, it wasn't an easy one, but I can understand that. There's always the potential for bias when you're associated with a particular team, but there's also some expertise that you no longer have now because of that rule. So it's a delicate balancing act. And I don't mind at least giving it a shot for the league to do it this way.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, Oladipo is one of those multifaceted players. I mean, he can do just about anything you ask of him when he's on the court.
Catching up on changes for the West. Green, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. James Harden comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Curry subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And then for the East, Kevin Durant's checked in for Paul George. And Walker subbed in for Irving. Thompson with it, guarded now by Durant. Harden, here's Towns. Good D by Drummond. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Davis dishes to Oladipo. From outside, off the mark. And the West All-Stars with possession. Thompson passes to Green, and Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
And the East All-Stars call time here. They're up by 46. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And the tradition and honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue we had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it. Butler, he's checked in for the West. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Durant attacking, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Towns, the screen. Harden kicks to Butler. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Well, hopefully they can ride this momentum into the next game because this one is done. Over. Vine. Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
Walker dishes to Drummond. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Just a ridiculous dunk there. There aren't many guys who can pull off a throwdown like that.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Two.
First one falls for him.
Butler emerging as a leader both on and off the floor. A player who plays with great passion and goes all out for his team all the time.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. That's a two-pointer from Walker. Gets the bucket. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time